before we start, think about this for a second. Young, lightning-fast defenders in their early 20s were running themselves into the ground, sprinting at full speed and pushing their bodies to the absolute physical limit trying to keep up. Yet right in the middle of that chaotic, high-stakes warfare, a 39-year-old Lionel Messi looked like he was operating in a completely different dimension of time. He did not out-sprint them. He did not out-muscle them. While others panicked, he simply walked, watched, and waited, before casually stepping up to curl an 80-minute free kick into the bottom corner like he was playing in his backyard. We have all been lied to about what it takes to be a great football player. Your coaches probably tell you to run until your lungs burn, lift until your muscles shake, and do 1,000 step-overs until your feet are a blur. But think about this for a second. If football was purely about speed and power, then Olympic sprinters and bodybuilders would be the best players on earth. Yet, the undisputed greatest player to ever touch a football is a short guy who had a growth hormone deficiency as a kid, barely runs during a match, and looks like he is taking a casual Sunday stroll, while world-class defenders are sprinting around him in a panic. Messi does not dominate football because of freak genetics or insane physical power. He dominates because he understands a completely different side of the game, a mental blueprint that allows him to break the sport down into simple math and psychology. If you do not learn these invisible habits, you will always be the player who works incredibly hard but never actually stands out when scouts are watching. But the moment you understand what Messi is doing, when he looks like he is doing nothing, your entire game changes. You will start to see the pitch in slow motion. You will make defenders look silly without even trying, and you will become the smartest player on any team you step onto. Let us break down the exact 5 hidden habits you need to steal from him right now. The very first thing you need to understand is a habit that completely confuses casual fans and lazy coaches: the art of walking. If you watch a full 90-minute match and focus entirely on Messi, you will notice something hilarious. He spends over half the match literally just walking around the pitch, like he is looking for his lost car keys. In fact, physical data from data tracking companies shows that Messi consistently covers less distance than almost any other outfield player in Europe. Lazy analysts look at this and say he is just old or tired. They are completely wrong. This is a highly calculated tactical attack on the opponent's brain. There is a real cognitive science concept called inattentional blindness. The human brain and human eyes are evolutionary, wired to track fast-moving objects. If a tiger sprints at you, you notice it instantly. If a sloth crawls by, your brain ignores it to save energy. On a football pitch, defenders are hyper-focused on the ball, and players who are sprinting at full speed. When Messi moves at a slow walking pace, the defender's brain literally deprioritizes him as a threat. He becomes a ghost. Messi will purposefully walk into offside positions or drift into a completely useless area on the wing where nobody is standing. The defender shifts their focus to the ongoing play, completely forgetting that the most dangerous player in history is standing 5 yards away from them. The exact millisecond the defender turns their head to track a cross or a midfield pass, Messi switches gears. He goes from a casual walk to a 100% explosive sprint into the box. By the time the defender realizes he is there, Messi is already celebrating a goal. Walking also keeps his body completely fresh. While other wingers are wasting energy making 60-yard recovery sprints up and down the pitch, Messi is conserving every ounce of explosive power. When he needs to sprint in the 85th minute to win the match, his muscles are completely ready, while the defenders are completely exhausted. Stop thinking that running makes you a good player. Walk with purpose, find the blind spots, and wait for the perfect moment to strike. Now, you might say, sure, I can walk around the pitch, but how do I actually know when and where to explode? This brings us to the second habit. And everyone knows about pitch scanning, but almost nobody actually understands how Messi uses it as a lethal weapon. Most amateur players look up, see a teammate, and think they've scanned. That's not scanning, that's just looking. Messi operates like a high-tech radar system. Sports scientists who study the eyes of professional athletes tracked how often players look away from the ball. The average player looks around maybe once or twice every 10 seconds. Messi hits the absolute physical limit of what the human brain can process. Before he ever touches the ball, he is turning his head to look over his shoulders.
He's not out of the game, he's involved. He's moving his head, right, left, right. And he knows exactly what's going to happen, but his head is always like this. He's not running, but he's always watching what happened. After 5-10 minutes, you have the map in his eyes and his brain.
Every single second, taking quick, micro snapshots of everything around him. He isn't looking to see where his friends are. He's calculating 3 highly specific tactical data points. First, he looks at the exact distance between the 2 central defenders to see if one is lagging behind. Second, he checks which way the nearest midfielder's hips are facing. If their hips are turned to the left, they physically cannot shift their weight to the right quickly. Third, he spots the empty space that will open up 2 seconds from now.
To know exactly what is the space and what is the panoramic. He knows if I move here, I will have more space to attack. People expect when you talk about Messi.
Messi never looks away when a pass is coming directly to him. Instead, he turns his head right when the ball is traveling between 2 other players, or the exact millisecond a teammate lifts their foot to kick it. Because he does this, by the time the ball reaches him, his decision is already made. He does not need to receive it, look up, think, and pass. He already knows the future. He takes one touch and plays a killer pass before the defense even realizes he has the ball. To use this yourself, you have to force yourself to practice it in training. Every single time a teammate passes to someone else, force your neck to turn. Look behind you. Figure out who is pressing you before they actually press you. It will feel exhausting at first, but soon it becomes a superpower that makes the entire game feel like it is moving in slow motion. The third thing you must master is a concept the Spanish call la pausa, which literally translates to the pause. Amateur players have one speed, fast. They think that to be a dangerous attacker, you have to drive forward as fast as possible all the time. But when you play at maximum speed constantly, you become incredibly predictable. Defenders just have to match your running lane and wait for you to make a mistake. Messi uses the pause to completely destroy the defensive rhythm of the opposing team. He will be driving forward with the ball, and then suddenly, he will stop dead in his tracks. He does absolutely nothing. He just stands there with the ball at his feet. This completely breaks the defender's brain because it forces them into a mental trap called action-reaction latency. When you stop unexpectedly, the defender's momentum carries them forward. Their brain has to process that you stopped, reset their feet, and decide whether they should step up to tackle you or drop back to cover a pass. That split second of hesitation creates a massive delay in their nervous system. By standing still, Messi forces the entire defensive line to freeze. In the exact microsecond a defender decides to step forward out of frustration, the space behind them opens up. Messi instantly slides a pass through that gap, or explodes past them before they can even turn their hips around. To use La Pausa, you need to build extreme calmness on the ball. When you get into the final third of the pitch, do not panic. If there is no clear passing lane, do not just cross it into a crowd of legs. Slow down. Put your foot on the ball, invite the defender to come toward you. The moment they take a step forward, they have lost their balance, and that is when you make your move. The fourth habit is a surgical passing technique, specifically how he deconstructs low defensive blocks with diagonal balls. Most amateur players pass the ball directly to where their teammate is currently standing. If your winger's standing on the sideline, you pass it straight to their feet. The problem with this is that it allows the defense to shift over easily and press your teammate before they can even turn around. Messi never passes to where you are. He passes to where you are going to be in 2 seconds. He passes into the future. His favorite pass in the world is the lofted diagonal ball from the right half space over to the left winger who's sprinting behind the back line. There's a huge tactical reason why this pass is completely lethal. When a ball travels diagonally over a defensive line, it forces every single defender to turn their back to the play and run toward their own goal while trying to look over their shoulder at the ball. This completely destroys their spatial awareness. They cannot see the runner and the ball at the same time. Messi also uses a specific spin on the ball. He hits it with the inside of his foot, putting a heavy amount of backspin on it. This means the ball travels quickly through the air to bypass the defenders, but the moment it hits the grass, it slows down and dies right in the running stride of his teammate. It is like delivering food on a silver platter. He does not just smash the ball, he weights it perfectly based on the running speed of his winger. Now that you know all 5 habits, we have to talk about the biggest obstacle you're going to face when you try to implement this, and it is a massive mental challenge. The hardest part of playing like Messi is not the technical skill, it is the psychological discipline. When you go out on the pitch this weekend and try to walk, scan, and use La Pausa, your brain is going to scream at you to stop. You're going to feel like you are not doing enough. Your teammates might yell at you to run more. Your coach might bench you because they think you're being lazy. We live in a football culture that values sweat over intelligence. It takes massive mental courage to stand still when everyone else is running. But you have to realize that running without a plan is just a waste of energy. If you look at the greatest midfielders and attackers in history, from Xavi and Iniesta to Messi and Busquets, they were never the strongest or the fastest. They were geniuses because they mastered the space around them. They let the ball do the running while they did the thinking. You have to break through that mental barrier of feeling guilty for slowing down the game. Let us look at how all of this connects into one flawless sequence during a match so you can visualize it clearly. Imagine you are playing a game. You start by walking in the midfield, completely ignored by the opposing defenders. While you are walking, your head is constantly turning, mapping out the space. You notice that the opponent's right back keeps stepping too far inside, leaving a massive gap on the wing. Suddenly, a teammate passes the ball to you. Because you already scanned, you do not panic. You receive the ball and instantly execute la pausa. You stop dead in your tracks. The central midfielder rushes out to press you, but because you stopped, they fly past you or freeze in hesitation. The exact moment they freeze, you drop your shoulder, pretend to drive inside, and force them to shift their weight. As they stumble, you spot your left winger sprinting into that massive gap you noticed earlier. You hit a perfectly weighted diagonal pass with a backspin that lands right in their path. The winger crosses it in, your striker scores, and your team wins the game. You did not sprint 60 yards. You did not do a single step over. You did not outmuscle anyone. You completely dismantled the opponent using pure tactical intelligence. That is the power of playing like Messi.